This is the way, Dr. Grissom. Plus my little baby Yoda. I want to make you guys look at these while I discuss the user cases and the constructs and the whole agile construct stuff. So, pretty much, there's this process called the software process of dictonomy that you showed us. It showed two different methods, the waterfall method and the agile method. The waterfall method pretty much just like as you kind of do things, it waterfalls down all the way. So you there's requirements, designs, implementation, verification, and maintenance, but it's really hard and difficult when you have to go back up to one of the other two because it could be very dangerous. Baby Yoda, Mandalorian, Baby Yoda. The agile method is kind of like a loop that it cycles through everything over and over again, which brings us to the agile-based construct that you talked about. This method is actually very similar to a method called Scrum that we use for our mobile app team. I could kind of discuss that as we go. But it pretty much uses user stories, then goes to use cases, and then to implementation. And it's like going on a 2-week cycle. That's very similar to Scrum, where we have our users or our stakeholders kind of give us what they want, and we have 2-week sprints where we kind of just go through and try to get as much done as we can within what the stakeholders want. But yeah, to continue, so the stakeholders are pretty much anybody. They could be clients, they could be people that are outside, like government officials, the Chamber of Commerce, investors, all that good stuff, customers that they pretty much give us the requirements and set the requirements for us for what they want to build and what they want to see. So pretty much what the use cases are, or the user stories, is like what the user wants us to build, and it's very high level. It is pretty much like what we should possibly implement. We could always talk about it. The use cases are pretty much not exactly a super high level, but a moderate level way for us to kind of set aside our plan on how are we going to implement this, like how you mentioned if statements for the alternate solutions for the students and whatnot. Yeah, pretty much just setting that type of thing. And then the implementation is actually coding it up so that way, and setting it up so that way it works and is implemented into the app. I know you talk about Trello for project management and all that kind of sort of stuff. Now, as for an app that I could think that uses this kind of method, I mean, obviously I just kind of mentioned how our mobile app team uses Scrum for our Chapel applications and all the other applications that we work on and our mobile apps. But I'm going to actually talk a little bit about Pokemon Go. And their original software process was very similar to the waterfall method. I don't remember what process they used. However, it was very difficult for them to go back and do all the maintenance stuff when they had bugs and problems, especially with their verification when they first started. So this is why it took so long for them to be able to update anything in the app when they first started, and it was very basic. People still loved it. It became a big app despite all the bugs and everything because everybody loved it. But they would have been able to maintain a large portion of their user base if they were using a different method, such as Scrum or this agile method that you talk about, where they're able to view all the feedback from all of the users to be able to create more content for them to use and kind of increase their sustainability, because their sustainability would have been possibly just as huge as it is now, or as huge as it was back then if they were able to do that. But they didn't. Once they were able to apply a different method, I don't think they used the Agile or Scrum, but they used they changed their system up. They weren't using a horrible method anymore, and they were able to utilize all the feedback that they were getting to pretty much make their content better and continually roll out new features every couple of weeks rather than one big update every so often. But yeah, hope you enjoyed looking at my Lego bricks. I'm going to show my face now. Hello, I'm here. But yeah, hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to upload it and put it in. Yeah, Baby Yoda. This is the